Cape Cod is typically at the top of the list when it comes to vacation spots. That's because this hook-shaped peninsula in Massachusetts has so much to offer. You'll adore traveling around the bay, from lovely tiny villages to resort islands. It makes no difference how long you stay. Cape Cod is a fantastic destination for both short and lengthy vacations. So go to work on your strategy. The finest things to do on Cape Cod, Massachusetts are listed below. Continue to read and we will be sharing a list of free things to do in Hyannis in 2022. 1. Rail Trail on Cape Cod. The Cape Cod Rail Route is a 41-kilometer paved trail located in Barnstable County. It's a fantastic way to explore some of the nicest sights on Cape Cod. The rail path is a terrific way to spend your mornings this weekend. Hiking, biking, rollerblading, and even horseback riding are all options. Because of the paved surface, the route is simple to navigate. So even tiny children may enjoy the ride around. While the route itself is simple, go with care, especially when with children. You may encounter risks such as poison ivy or other bikers along the road. You should also keep an eye out for crossings. Greater than read, is traveling a hobby? The ultimate guide to an exciting way of life. Greater than learn about the downsides of traveling as a hobby. 2. Wellfleet Drive-In Theater. The Wellfleet Drive-In Theater is Cape Cod's sole drive-in cinema. It was founded in 1957. Why should you feel like doing something retro today? This drive-in cinema is one of Cape Cod's most distinctive attractions. So, take your vehicle for a spin and choose the greatest parking place. The best part? You have the option of watching several films. Check out what movies are showing and attempt to see them all if you have the time. When it's rainy or chilly outside, the drive-in movie is also a wonderful experience. During a rainstorm, it continues to broadcast a movie. 3. National Seashore of Cape Cod. In August 1961, the Cape Cod National Seashore was established. It covers around 43,607 acres. Provincetown, Truro, Wellfleet, East Ham, Orleans, and Chatham are all located on the eastern seaboard. The Cape Cod National Seashore has miles of sandy beach, ponds, marshes, and other natural features. You may spend the day riding around the trails with your pals. Beach hopping is another option. Nauset Light Beach, Coast Guard Beach, and Marconi Beach are some of the beaches to explore. Get in shape and stay active. At Cape Cod National Seashore, there are 11 hiking paths to choose from. The Great Island Trail, Fort Hill Trail, and Beach Forest Trail are among the trails. 4. Museum of Sandwich Glass. In 1825, the Sandwich Glass Museum was established. There is a large collection of unique glass and glassworks on display. Visit the museum to see a live display of the masters at work. The glassblowing, sculpting, and molding will undoubtedly captivate you. You may also take a stroll around the museum to see the glass works on exhibit. After a delightful day of seeing glassworks from various times, be sure to visit the museum store. You never know, you could uncover a glass piece that you wish to take home with you. 5. Pilgrim Monument. The Pilgrim Monument is located at Provincetown, near the point of Cape Cod. Between 1907 and 1910, it was constructed. It should be on your list of Cape Cod attractions. Climb the country's highest granite structure. When you reach the summit, you'll be out of breath after climbing 252 feet, 116 stairs, and 60 ramps. However, the view and the experience will undoubtedly be enjoyable. After you've had your fill of the bird's eye view of Provincetown, visit the Pilgrim Monument Museum at the bottom. You'll undoubtedly discover fresh information concerning the Pilgrims and the Mayflower Compact. 6. Monomoy National Wildlife Refuge. The Monomoy National Wildlife Refuge was established in 1944 as a federal wildlife refuge. It covers 7,604 acres. Staying indoors is not an option on Cape Cod. Visit the refuge to see if you can see any animals. You may take a trip to observe migrating birds and playful seals and see if they want to meet you. Monomoy Island is more than just a shelter. Visit the Chatham Lighthouse, which is close by. Alternatively, take a stroll along the Morris Island route. 7. Edward Gorey's House. Author and artist Edward Gorey lives in the Edward Gorey House. He resided here from 1986 until 2000, when he died. The Elephant Home is another name for the house. Literature enthusiasts would love seeing the charming residence to view Edward Gorey's writings and souvenirs. Fans of the author will be delighted as they browse around the museum's exhibits. Unpublished drafts and essays from Gory's personal notebooks will be on display. 8. Heritage Museum and Gardens. The Heritage Museums and Gardens were formerly the home of famed hybridizer Charles O. Dexter. The garden now boasts over 1,000 different types of daylilies and hosta. Strolling around the gardens and grounds of the Heritage Museums is one of the pleasant things to do in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Plant enthusiasts will appreciate seeing holly, heather, daylily, and other species. During your vacation, you will undoubtedly take several wonderful photographs. Include the Old East Mill in your photographs. Other interesting items may be found on the grounds of the museum. Look through a large selection of American vehicles and folk art. 9. John F. Kennedy Museum in Hyannis. The John F. Kennedy Hyannis Museum is a historical institution dedicated to John F. Kennedy and his family. Look through the museum's images, archival videos, writings, and oral histories, as well as objects, to learn more about the former president. Do you want to remember your trip? T-shirts and books, among other items, are available for purchase in the museum store. 10. Cape Playhouse. The Cape Playhouse is a tiny Cape Cod theater. It is the United States' longest-running professional summer theater. The Cape Playhouse is a great place to see a performance. It's one of the best things to do tonight in Cape Cod. Who can say? You could get to see one of their stars perform live before they make their big worldwide debut. On this stage, Julie Andrews, Henry Fonda, and Gertrude Lawrence all appeared. Check the theater's program of activities on a regular basis. They always have a terrific program on the schedule, so you'll be able to find something to watch. 11. Tours on the Blue Claw. The Blue Claw Boat Tours is a family-owned and operated sightseeing cruise of Cape Cod seas. Why you should go spend the day at Nauset Beach and Chatham Harbor looking for seals. The local seals may be seen swimming and sunning here. The Chatham Lighthouse will also be visible. When you gaze at the lovely building from the lake, you get a fresh perspective. Take the whole family beachcombing. You may spend the day picnicking and collecting shells on Turn Island, an isolated island in the midst of Chatham Harbor. 12. Cape Cod Museum of Art. The Cape Cod Museum of Art was established in 1981 by artists who wished to conserve the works of Cape Cod painters. Enjoy your day by going around the museum and looking at the magnificent prints and paintings on display. There are 7 galleries to see, as well as a cinema screening area. Make a point of visiting the museum shop after a satisfactory tour of the museum. Local artists have constructed worlds for them. It's a fantastic way to take your museum experience home with you. Final words. As you can see, there are multiple free things to do in Hyannis. It is up to you to pay attention to these tips and get the maximum out of your stay without spending a fortune.